Did you know that frequent supplementation with the tech news will cure all-cause mortality for up to 101%? Possibly. So Instagram and Facebook apps on iOS have been found to inject some JavaScript code into their in-app browsers, and then, they're just able to track everything you do within the in-app browser, such as fun stuff like what you look at, what you click on, what kind of passwords you might put in somewhere, what kind of credit card numbers you might put into various places. They can just track everything. Meta responded that they don't actually collect any sensitive information, which is like, okay, bro, whatever you say, I guess. And, they're also being pretty sneaky. So Apple's app tracking transparency feature is supposed to prevent such things. But this is Meta just getting around that feature with like a very simple thing, basically just injecting some JavaScript code. It's really not a big deal. Next, we have some more GPU updates. So, basically AMD, Nvidia, Intel are kind of struggling at this point. The major reason for that is, well, the supply has sort of caught up. Crypto has crashed, so there's just an oversupply of GPUs. Some sources say that shipments are dropping by up to 50% in various places. So if everyone could just hurry up and drop the GPU prices to their MSRPs, that would be fantastic. Next, we have a pretty interesting survey that surveyed over 1,000 teenagers. And most of them said that they are on internet pretty much all the time, which not that surprising. YouTube in particular is leading the pack with nearly 20% reporting near constant use of the platform. So, here's your reason why everyone has ADHD and no attention span these days. Next, Apple is being Apple and not really treating their developers nicely. So Telegram is basically saying like, yo guys, we have this new revolutionary feature that we want to, push. We want to push this update to our iOS app. But Apple has pretty much just been ignoring us for like 2 weeks at this point. This is well known in the community. If you ever listened to Luke and Linus on the WAN show, you can hear their frustrations with how Apple treated their Floatplane app and how long it actually takes them to review stuff, and they don't even do a good quality review. Next, we have this little mini PC device. So it's basically a keyboard and a trackpad with an Intel Atom processor in there. So it's pretty cool, but the thing is, this is a very low performance machine. Intel Atom processors have always just sucked, but it's kind of cool, I guess. Raspberry Pi has had this sort of a thing for a long time. They just have their keyboard that has a small little Raspberry Pi built into it, but hey, it's cool. It's able to output 4K as well. Just a cool little device, I guess. And Nintendo is worried about their Switch shipments. So as I've reported a few weeks ago, Nintendo has had a pretty solid supply chain. They've been producing many Nintendo Switches, like over 100 million have been sold at this point, and they are, optimistic for the rest of the year, but they are not sure for the next year. As far as supply chain goes and stuff, they're saying there are some issues. They can't say which specific parts are not up to quite the demand that they would need them at. Well, I should say at the supply that they would need them at. So Nintendo Switch production might be slowing down a little bit next year. Depends on how the global supply chain reacts, I guess. This is all for the daily tech news. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, tech news are a great remedy for constipation. Maybe.